So we dealt with the biblical question yesterday in the fellowship. Amazing fellowship, by the way. I'm always blessed by them. Put it like a better word. Did you do you ever do you ever get mad at anyone who disagrees with you? If so, why? If not, why not? And baby, do you ever get mad at anyone who disagrees with you?
Well, why y'all laughing?
I'm like, I hate laughing.
I'm trying to mute him to get his laughing on air. Yeah, like sometimes.
And why?
I don't know. Maybe it's a petty reason. I just don't like it when my girl disagrees with me.
You don't?
I feel like we should be on the same page.
And so you get mad when Mrs. Gonzalez disagrees with you?
Not always. But
no, you do get mad when Mrs.
when it's something that in my head
Not
is like
always.
big, like, oh, you got to think, like, I don't know, like Bond is obviously the greatest thing ever, right?
Right.
That's just a joke, sort of, but things that are big in my head, I'm like, we got to be on the same page, and it bothers me.
And do you get mad at other people when they disagree with you?
Not really. But you can.
Do you really? You
No,
do or
not-
you don't?
No, because I get on my
Not
show.
really sound like you do a little bit, but not really.
Because this is what I mean.
Do you
People-
get angry at others when they disagree with you? Other than Mrs. Gonzalez.
Well, you can pull something out of me sometimes.
So
Is what it is.
So do you get mad at others when they disagree with you?
Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
Do you
So
get
yes, but it's like I'll have people disagree with me on my show all the time, and it's not a big deal. But I don't know if I don't have like the right words to respond with you at the moment, and I might get a little like flustered or something. Call that getting mad.
So do you get mad at others when they disagree with you?
Yeah,
And why?
cause I'm thinking the wrong thing. I'm thinking the wrong thing.
So you do, and it's because you're thinking the wrong thing. Meaning what?
I'm thinking about the wrong thing. I'm thinking about them. About I'm supposed to be right. Who's wrong? I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about
okay.
who's right, who's wrong,
Interesting.
and I'm thinking about fighting as opposed to not fighting. That's what it is. That's what it is.
What?
I'm thinking about fighting. Yeah. I'm thinking about who's right, who's wrong.
Amazing. And how about you, Hake? These are my experts on the show, by the way, on the JLP show. Hey, do you get mad at others when they disagree with you? If so, why? If not, why not?
Yes, I do.
And why? Yes, you all proud. Yes, I do.
It's just not. You know how the truth is kind of refreshing,
Right.
and it's unsatisfying when somebody doesn't agree with the truth, or something like that. There's like I don't know. I just
What that means, unsatisfied when others don't agree with you.
if somebody says something that's not true, it's frustrating.
Why?
Because it's a relief to hear the truth.
What?
It's a relief to hear the truth, and it's frustrating to hear something that you know is not true.
And so why?
I don't know. I mean, that's the I'm just describing my view on it in the moment.
You're why you get mad.
Uh-huh.
Oh, because in your mind the truth is refreshing,
Right.
but when others disagree with the truth, it's frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, got that part now. So why is it frustrating?
I'm not sure. It's it's like I'm wondering out loud off the top of my head if it's like insecurity in the truth.
What does that mean?
Like I'm insecure in the truth, so I'm getting irritated and mad that all is not right in the world.
I'm insecure in the truth. Insecure. I don't know what that means.
Like I've identified with the quote unquote truth, and it's like a personal affront almost when it's like a righteous indignation against all liars or whatever.
Do you understand that? I don't know what he means.
No, I wasn't reacting to James.
What?
I wasn't reacting to James.
I didn't know you were reacting.
Oh.
I said I don't know what he means. What do you mean I wasn't reacting today?
My bad. I thought that you made it. I thought James saw me here for a moment. I thought he saw me go like this.
Like what?
I went like
He's
this.
not showing himself.
I went like this.
Oh, you did?
Face in my hand.
I didn't see
But
that.
that's not for James.
Did you see that?
Nope.
I didn't even see that. I just don't understand what
You asked me what I
mean.
thought at that very moment. I thought that's why.
You thought like,
I thought like.
Can't say that word.
right.
No, you can
can't
say lit.
No, you
can say
can't.
her
No, you
name.
can't because it conjures other words.
Right.
Oh.
Not, at least not on the show for sure.
He's saying that to care about to be bothered by someone else in such a way would mean that you don't really believe the truth. That's what he's saying.
Oh, you're saying that?
That's what he's saying.
I'm hinting at that for sure because I know that I shouldn't be irritated or caught up if somebody, because it's a world full of liars. You know, I shouldn't be irritated at that
And then why are you though?
because I guess I'm
Cause the question is, if
I'm
you
a liar.
do get upset, why? If not, why not?
Maybe because I'm puffed up in being a liar for the truth, though. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's like Peter. You know how Peter's all passionate and he's mad.
Yeah.
He's like Team Jesus, and Jesus is like, it's not teams type stuff.
Right. Amazing. Interesting.
It's hot in here.
It is a little hot in here.
Don't worry. Once it
Okay,
evaporates,
see, I'm cool as a cucumber. It's just legitimately
Right.
stuffy in here.
It's stuffy in here.
don't worry. When the sweat evaporates, this is when you cool down.
That's right. Amazing. Anything else you want to add to that?
Just that it's false pride.
American shooters.
No endorsement implied.
That's
Okay.
on his shirt, by the way. for
Yeah,
those
no
who can't see.
endorsement.
Anything you want to add, Anchor Baby?
Why are you making us be honest? No. What I want to say is, what I really want to say. No, it's true. It's just a phony. It really is all ego.
Okay. We have the, and then I get back to your calls here. We have the mayoral election coming up and the governor election coming up here in California. And it's a mess. And Los Angeles is a mess. We have a female so-called mayor. And Karen Bass, right? Mayor Karen Bass, this black female. And she's not worth a dime, zero. All she does is plays mama in that, oh, she's helping the homeless, only making it worse. And I got proof. There's this park in L.A. called MacArthur Park. And when I first moved to L.A., I used to live in that area there. Very, very nice area. It was mostly like, I guess, Asian people. And the park was it was white people at the time, too. And it was a park that you want to go jogging. It had like a little pond-like thing with ducks in it and beautiful trees. It was just an amazing park at one point. Now is a hellhole. Drug addicts, drug dealing, giving away of the government, giving needles to the drug addicts. And it's a mess. So finally, I guess the federal government is trying to do something about it. This is from KTLA. The owner of an iconic deli is speaking out after Wednesday's major drug raid at MacArthur Park. And they are calling for the end of needle distribution programs in the city. So just think about this. You're already a drug addict or something like whatever. The government, oh, we love you. We're going to help you. We're going to give you free needles so you can really become a drug addict. They don't say it that way, but that's what happened. The government giving out free needles to drug addicts. Does that make sense? Watch this from KTLA.
Well, John and Sam, this park behind me where that federal operation occurred is just covered in used syringes. And yes, we heard from some business owners today, and they're demanding that the city end a program that offers free needle distribution to those in this community. The historic MacArthur Park Lake, a sprawling landmark in LA's Westlake neighborhood, once known for its picturesque views and cultural significance. But that's changed. Almost every area of the park covered with used syringes.
I just want to be able to have people bring their kids back to the park.
Sean, a former drug dealer who doesn't want to reveal his identity, lives in MacArthur Park and talked to us about the rampant drug use and sales that triggered yesterday's large-scale law enforcement operation that led to numerous arrests. Business owners say the drug epidemic is fueled by a city-led needle distribution program around the park, and they want it to end.
All we are doing by giving out needles is, number one, attracting more people that we didn't have before, and number two, fighting a never-ending battle of helping people shoot up.
I done seen people who use the needle, shoot up, or whatever the term may be. I done seen them use the same needle. It really don't serve a purpose.
Amazing. When I first moved to LA, it was beautiful. And in that park area, there was no drug use at all. And everybody and their mama used to hang out there because it was so beautiful. And at that time, it was mostly whites and Asian people for the most part. And it was very, very nice. But think about this, folks. The government giving drug addicts needles. Okay, here are some free needles. Do you think things going to get better? Mama always want to help you in time of trouble, huh? More than 21 people were arrested. More than 21 people were arrested in that area the other day. But the proper owners say the mayor and council leaders are to blame. Watch this.
On Wednesday, teams of local and federal agents stormed MacArthur Park, arresting those allegedly trafficking fentanyl and meth. Officials saying the 18th Street Gang and Sinaloa drug cartel are also tied to the illegal narcotics sales operations.
Yesterday, 21 arrests were made. There's still 7 people outstanding. 19 kilos of fentanyl was seized. That's enough to kill 190,000 people. Street value on that's about $10 million.
Law enforcement officials also arrested a South LA couple accused of hand-delivering drugs, storing and stashing narcotics at businesses by the park. Langer and this property owner, John Alley, said arresting those involved in the drug trade is just part of the solution. They say the mayor and council leader for this district are part of the problem and want them to stop programs that hand out needles and Narcan.
The councilwoman should be advocating first and foremost, this is the most dangerous area of her district. She doesn't come around here, and she should be here.
But she also committed recently $160,000 for this needle giveaway program. That doesn't help the problem go away. All that does is fertilize it and help it grow.
It's so bad, they built a park over there within the park to take the kids over there to keep them coming over here.
Because of the drug use.
Yeah.
Amazing, huh? This is what happened when you put mama in charge. Women were not created to lead. They were created to follow. They are too emotional to lead. And this is what happens. Every area of life, even in the home, if the woman is leading the home, this is what you get. Angry children. A councilwoman denied there was a NEDA program, but Karen Bass said she support the health and safety of Angelenos, all Angelenos. Why is this?
And we did hear back from Councilwoman Hernandez's office, and they said in a statement that there is no city-run needle exchange or distribution program. And take a look at this. A representative with Mayor Bass also responding to inquiries from KTLA. The mayor saying in a statement that she supports the health and safety of all Angelenos. She wants to see people struggling with addictions get the help they need to gain and maintain sobriety. Needle exchange programs like this are not designed to end people's addictions, and we should be doing everything we can to end drug use in our parks. Again, that statement coming from LA Mayor Karen Bass. That's the latest here.
Amazing, huh? Now do you see why things are not going to get better in my country? It's been set up so it doesn't get better. You're putting the children of Satan in charge of the family of the country. And there is no love. And it's just not in them to do it. It doesn't matter the color of the woman or the finance status of the woman. It's just not there. She has that emotional, psychological, thought, feeling, personality, and it's in her emotions and everything. And she feels sorry for everybody, except the person that disagrees with her. And it's going to be interesting to see how the people vote. So you're helping the drug addicts by giving them needles. And that makes sense. Oh, you're a drug addict? Here's a free needle. Just stay here in the park and use these free needles. And how is that going to help the park get better? Or cost the park to get better? I am a witness to it. There was a time when no drug addict was in that park. If they were hiding. You may have seen some, maybe if they were smoking pot, but I don't know. It was just a safe park. It was safe. When I first moved to LA, you didn't really go around thinking about being hurt or someone attacking you or walking over a needle or any of that stuff. It has changed. LA was paradise in 1968. MacArthur Park was amazing. It really was. I am a witness to it. And now it's a hellhole. Thank you, government. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Bass. You're doing an amazing. You are helping the unhoused. That's what she called it. She doesn't even want to call it the homeless. Mama wants you to feel good about being wrong. And they're saying that prostitution on the street is making a big comeback in LA. Right in your neighborhood. What you doing over there when you need it over here? ABC is reporting. Resident Elisha Mark and Koreatown says prostitution is becoming more visible in their neighborhood. Watch this from ABC 7.
Well, Mark and Michelle, you may remember earlier this year we took you here to what's called the Figueroa Corridor. It's a 4-mile stretch in South LA that is just notorious for prostitution that is happening right out in the open. But as we showed you, the LAPD is cracking down there. Well, now it appears that's pushing some of that prostitution to what's called the Western Corridor, which is Western Avenue between 2nd and Melrose.
It's just after 4 a.m. on a Friday morning. The Western Corridor is dark, but far from quiet.
It's time to go home. Didn't I tell you already?
LAPD Senior Lead Officer Daniel Chavez sometimes drives these streets before the crack of dawn. His mission is to get these young women suspected of soliciting sex to head home before sunrise.
Hey, you gotta go home.
Where is Daryl Gates when you need him? I don't think we ever had a tough police chief since him. And you got female mayors running the city down. And so-called female city councils and leaders. What was the female name before Brandon Johnson became president? They had a female, mayor.
Lori Lightfoot.
Lori Lightfoot.
They call her Beetlejuice.
The blacks got fed up with her at some point. And so they wanted, it sounded like they wanted someone better. But yeah, they went and elected Brandon Johnson, who was even worse than Lightfoot. Why did they do that?
Because, it's indoctrination. We knew we wanted something better. And, in our minds, going Republican or red is not an option. So we're going to always elect a Democrat. But the Democrat, it's a machine, a well-organized machine. So you're going to get a different face, but just the same policies, because their policies are their policies.
Yeah.
And so we've been tricked to have a different face, and they run on the things that they know we're dealing with. Property taxes. I want, like Brandon Johnson, I want raise your property taxes. He campaigned on that. He campaigned on with the George Floyd, with the police, running off with the police. I'm going to fight against the police for you. And it's the black community that you are pushing out their their neighborhoods and all. So they come in with this, I'm black, and I'm for you, black people. So we seem to get sucked back into that black face, the Democrat, and the promises. But not understanding it's just a different face, but you get the same old policies. Yeah. So that's why we keep electing someone even worse, because they talk a good game, but it's still they're the same people. So now we're trying to open people's minds to get them to understand the reason why your community looks like that, the reason why our city looks like that, because it's the policies. And if you keep electing the same people and the same policies, you're going to get the same thing. You must look at policies. And now that we are educating people on policies, they're starting to see you're right. So that's why I'm running as mayor, and I'm running as a Republican. Right on. It's the policies that we have to deal with.
I grew up in Alabama, but I lived down in Gary, East Chicago, and Gary, Indiana, off and on. And this was back in 1967, 68. And Chicago had been screwed up for a long time. For years, it's just been out of control in so many ways. What will you do once you win this thing? What will you do to make Chicago better?
Well, I'm definitely running on, because, see, I've been to, for a few years now, City Hall meetings, City Council meeting, Cook County Board meetings, the CPS meeting, the PVC meetings, all the meetings. We sat there, Chicago Flips Red, and myself, we sat there and watched them launder money. We watch them allocate funds to these non-government organizations, these non-profit, these fake churches who say that they are helping with crime prevention, and they just get the millions and it never helped the people. So we saw this. I sat there and watched this for years. So the first thing, and this is everything I'm running on, I've been fighting for. I testified twice on Capitol Hill, one for Congress, second time for the House. So talking about that we are not safe, talking about the sanctuary city status and these policies, talking about the stealing of our tax dollars. And so this is what I've been fighting for, talking about how the bids that they're stealing Black people property at a high rate. And now we're finding out it's everybody, it's all communities, but especially on the South and West side, where you just see, I don't know if you know, Jesse, that just in December, our property taxes tripled just on the South and West side, which is predominantly Black. So so these are the things that I've been fighting for. So I'm running on first forensic audit, because I've been screaming for that from CTU, which is Chicago's teachers organization, forensic audit for all the departments down there at City Hall. Because once we get a forensic audit, I'm going to show the taxpayer citizens where all of their money has been going. And when they see that, they're going to be pissed. And then I'm running on indictments because these are the things I've been advocating for. I need these people to go to prison for all the money laundering that they've done. And RICO for everybody who's in on it. And we know they all are, down to your alderman, to your Cook County Board President, Tony Pratt, to Kwame Raoul, to your judges. All it's a big RICO. So I'm running on that. I'm also running on, this crime that's out of control. Jesse, I've been telling people, Brandon Johnson is going around, crime is down. We're 30% down. Where? Yeah. Crime is not down. Crime is down for you because you have 150 police details that we're paying $30 million a year for. Crime is down for you, but not for me, because crime is down the street for me. I can go outside right now and get carjacked.
Amazing.
So and my husband, he retired. He did almost 30 years on CPD. He retired under Brandon Johnson, because this is just crazy what they allow illegal aliens to get away with. They're not arresting them, and just soft on crime policies. The police hands are tied. That's why you see them twerking on top of police cars right now. They're doing a team takeovers. They're standing in front of the police, and while they're doing willies and all type of things in the street. So I'm not playing those games. Tough on crime. These people, I'm definitely going to give them opportunities to youth, because I understand we don't have anything in our communities. They took everything, but you're going to prison. You're not going to come in, just go around shooting people, shooting young, innocent, older citizens, young citizens. You're not just going to go shooting in the crowd and think you're just going to walk away and not be accountable for that. No, you're going to prison.
Why do you think?
Not playing.
Why do you think? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Make the point.
Yeah. So crime out of control, team takeovers out of control. So no, I'm tough on crime, definitely. But what you were saying?
Why do you think that people like Lightfoot and Brandon Johnson and other so-called Black leaders in that area, why is it they do not care that? I know they're Democrats and I understand the money thing, but why don't they care that Black people are killing Black people, killing the elderlies and others in their own community? Why don't they care about that? Even as a Black person, why don't they care?
Because they're sold out to the agenda. They're sold out to who's paying them, your lobbyists, your the billionaires who run them.
Oh,
who they call the white man, they're sold out to them. So they're sold out to the machine, we call it. So if you notice, their main agenda, Democrats right now, is trans and illegal aliens.
right.
That's everything they're fighting for. Policies. They have no policies for us in Americans, but every policies they're pushing for is to protect illegal aliens from getting deported by Trump. So that's the agenda, and they cannot go against that agenda. So, and when it comes down to locally, see the money, oppression, poverty, crime for us, that's big money. They get big money. The more poverty they have, that's more money from the federal government. The more crime they have, that's more crime prevention money they get down from the state and the federal government.
Amazing.
So so they have to have a base that they can capitalize off of. All while these people are communists. They're saying tax the rich and the billionaires and all of them are making money off telling us we oppressed. Brandon Johnson came in. Most of those Democrats, came in broke. They're leaving with Brandon Johnson is going to be worth $5 million and more when he leave office. These people say that they are for taxing the rich and they want to bring this socialism and communism, but they're the only ones getting rich off us. They're capitalizing off us.
Oh, amazing. You know what else is really, 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 really amazing to me? More than word can express. It is mind-blowing. It's really, really, it's amazing to me. It's mind-blowing. Are you listening up? I'm giving you a chance to listen. That's what I'm saying, how many amazing, mind-blowing. And so some of you know that for 35, 36 years, we've been doing this work. And in doing this work at Bond, rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man, we deal with men and women, everybody. And in that work, we counsel every day by phone, Skype, or in the house here with people around the world. So we counsel with people. And by the way, we have the best counseling service on the planet, in person or by phone or video. And then we have the Women's Forum every Thursday night of the month. Men's Forum every first Thursday night of the month. And then Sunday morning meetings. And then when I'm out and about, still talking to people. Just FYI information. And I was reflecting on some of the things that I hear people say and what they believe and the misery that they encounter. There was a young man at the meeting on Sunday, Bond Fellowship, the best fellowship on the planet. Go to rebuildingtheman.com/church. rebuildingtheman.com/church. rebuildingtheman.com/church and check it out. All right? And so this young man was talking about all these different thoughts he has right in the middle of his head there. They just come. And they're overwhelming to him. So I was reflecting on what he was saying and how he was feeling about it. And other people, what they say in the meetings or during counseling or when we was talking after the meeting, and what's going through their minds and how they're reacting and how they're dealing with the world as a result of the mind, of the thoughts, how they're dealing with themselves and with the world. And I realized, I've said this off and on, that every person on the planet, it doesn't matter. You could be a spy, a mayor of a city and a spy, or whatever. Male and female, rich or poor, famous or non-famous, popular or non-popular. Every human being have the same identical problem. There's nothing new. I know that you grew up somewhere near Arcadia, California, right?
That's right.
Did you know that there were Chinese spies in them their towns?
I heard something to that effect from you and from AP.
I want you to respond to this. Chinese spy near or in your hometown, according to a report. A Chinese, you want rice? A spy, according to a report from China. KTLA 5 is reporting the mayor of Arcadia, California, the mayor of Arcadia, not the visitor, not just a normal person, but the mayor, the abnormal person, Eileen Wang, abruptly resigned on Monday as federal prosecutors announced she had been charged with acting as a covert foreign agent for China. Watch this from KTLA 5.
Mike Gusher, the city of Arcadia is without a mayor tonight after Eileen Wang stepped down following these federal charges. Now, she's accused of acting as a foreign agent for the Chinese government, and tonight the Trump administration is weighing in.
Arcadia, 第三区4
That's Eileen Wang in a 2022 campaign video when she was running for Arcadia City Council. On Monday, the 58-year-old resigned from her post as mayor after being charged with acting as a foreign agent for the Chinese government. The Department of Justice says Wang worked with Yaoning Mike Soon, an associate, to promote the interests of the People's Republic of China, pushing propaganda in the U.S. Among their platforms, a Southern California Chinese-American community news source used to allegedly disseminate biased news articles.
She was trying to say things like there was no genocide, there's no forced labor, or things of that nature against certain minorities by the Chinese government in order to perpetuate that type of image for them. And the U.S. government says we're not going to allow that.
Arcadia city officials call the charges troubling, but say they stem from the time before Wang was sworn into office. The charges have sent shockwaves across the country. FBI Director Kash Patel posted on X that federal partners continue to move aggressively to root out this kind of influence in American institutions.
Amazing. So this is near your hometown.
Arcadia, California is the nicest neighborhood right next door to where I live and grew up. And I had family in like unincorporated areas of that. Crazy.
Is it mostly Chinese people or
it is
Asian
now.
people?
It was white when my parents were growing up.
Yeah.
And it had like these one-story houses, beautiful. And then they built all these McMansions and just destroyed the area in terms of the niceness of it, and changed all the businesses to that. Everybody wants to go to Arcadia High School. All the parents, the rich hoity-toity Asian parents, want to move to Arcadia so that they can go to this
Why?
top 1% public school in the country so they can go for free, by the way. Yeah, it's
not that it's the best school.
It's the best school. Well, free. All public schools are free, right?
Right. Oh, I see what
in
you're
high
saying.
school.
Yeah.
So,
but for a public school in the California area is one of the
nationwide, it's the top 1%.
Really?
Uh-huh.
And are there only Asian students there?
Well, my cousin went over there.
Oh, and your cousin white.
Yeah. But it's turned very Asian. I remember as a kid, they were saying they were taking over.
Wow.
And over there, they have these houses where they have doctors who are delivering Chinese anchor babies. A whole bunch of mothers will come in and have babies there in these houses or factories, basically.
They will come from China to there?
Yep.
And
have little American babies.
Is that where the anchor baby were born too?
I think so.
So our government don't know that these doctors are doing that?
I think they do now, but some of them are, getting away with it. The point of these things is to get away with it and not get caught.
Right. Where's Cash Patel when you need him?
I was interested in seeing Cash Patel talk about Arcadia, California.
I know.
So this woman had a fiancé who was a little older than her, and he was doing the same thing. He's serving 4 years in prison.
Right now? Really?
That's what I read on the internet.
So is she going to prison?
Well, she pleaded guilty and she could face 10 years, but I doubt she'll get 10 years.
Why?
Because their fiancé got 4 years and he was doing worse stuff than she was. He was tracking the movements of the Taiwan president when he came and visited. He was doing worse than just spying.
This is why I'm not the only reason, but one of the reasons I'm not for foreigners being involved in our government.
Yeah, they're propagandizing the fellow Chinese citizenry.
That's true. But they should be in our government. I tell you what, don't mess with Mississippi. Mississippi ain't playing. Mississippi is from the good old days when white people were not afraid. M-I crooked letter, I crooked letter, I humpback, I, Mississippi. If you go down there with this mess, it won't be pretty for you. The Hill is reporting a billboard standing on the Interstate 55 as you cross the Tennessee state line and enter into Mississippi from Memphis is sending a grim message to those coming into the state. Here's what the message that the strong white Mississippians are sending to you as you walk in or drive in or fly. I don't know if you can fly in there, but watch this from WREG.
Hey, good afternoon to you, Stephanie. Now, you'll recall the District Attorney Matthew Barton previously posted a billboard along Interstate 55 with a message that warned criminals to turn back now and stay out of DeSoto County. Well, his latest message could not be more direct.
Welcome to Mississippi, where the firing squad is legal. Think twice. Just off I-55 southbound, a few miles into DeSoto County, a billboard erected Thursday by District Attorney Matthew Barton sends a strong message to would-be criminals. Barton making his point, quote, "We are going to be loud and clear that DeSoto County does not coddle violent criminals. If you bring violence across our state line, we are going to prosecute you aggressively and hold you accountable." End quote. Friday, I found reaction to the billboard message was mixed.
I didn't know it was legal in Mississippi, but I'm fine with it.
I think it's a reversion to barbarism and away from the rule of law. I think it's a terrible message to send. I thought we were a democracy, and it doesn't seem like we're any of that anymore.
I think it's a good idea to deter crime. I really do. I think somebody reads that, they might think, well, I could be shot in a firing squad, so I won't, maybe not want to commit a crime, you know?
Yeah.
You're gonna think twice.
We're from Chicago, so I think a lot of people in Chicago would probably appreciate that message right now.
Amazing. See how the mama is, oh, this barbarism. The men like, yeah, those are the white men that at one time made America great. They weren't afraid of no ghosts. What do you think about that?
Nice.
Nice.
It's crazy to see a lady that old looking
being
liberal and brainwashed and a liar. listening to the lies.
What's barbarism? I used to date a girl named Barbara Ann.
Wow.
Barbara Ann.
It relates to barbarianism, I think. Barbarism.
But how's that barbarian if you commit the crime? They tell you're going to get hanged.
And she said, oh, subverts rule of law or something dumb like that. That is the law.
Yeah.
Crazy. So barbarism generally refers to a lack of cultural refinement, crude behavior, or incorrect language usage. In contrast, barbarianism, actions, ideologies, or ethos of barbarians, emphasizing savagery, hostility, or fundamental opposition to established civilized norms. Maybe she meant barbarianism, but I'm not sure.
Where'd she get that word from to come up with anyway? What the? I wonder what her husband said, if she has one. And he heard her say that. He was like, go sit down, Esther. I don't know if her name is Esther or not. But sit down, Esther, and shut up. I don't know if her name is Esther. The Healers reported Mississippi is one of the 5 states in the nation where firing squad executions are legally authorized. That's amazing, huh?
Nice.
Shotgun, shooting for you right now. Do the dirt, baby. Do the dirt now. Remember Shotgun?
Yes, I do.
Twine time now. It's twine time now. Shooting for you right now. Remember that, Nick?
Yeah, actually.
Hey, come here.
Yeah, I do know that one.
You used to dance on Shotgun?
No, but didn't somebody used to dance?
We did. We used to go to the juice box house.
It wasn't an aunt or something like that?
And dance with the, and Aunt Tate used to love that song. Aunt Tate would get drunk.
That's what I'm talking about, yep. And she'd do the twine.
Aunt Tate was my grandmother's brother's wife. And Aunt Tate would get drunk and they'd come over to the house and Aunt Tate just be all into it.
It's twine
dancing, twine time, shoot it before you run. Twine. And Mama used to say, Tate, you need to set your old A down. She said, ain't nothing wrong with Aunt Tate having a little fun. Aunt Tate just having fun, drunk and dancing. And Uncle Sutter Boy couldn't even do anything about it. Uncle Sutter Boy was Mama's brother, one of our brothers. What the? Ain't nothing wrong with Aunt Tate having a little fun. Aunt Tate just having fun, drunk. Remember Aunt Tate?
I do.
The Hill officers said their methods are critical to determine the most barbaric crimes, delivering justice for victims, and providing long overdue closure to surviving loved ones. So, don't mess with Mississippi. When that reporter was doing the report, he had this big brick house behind him. Did you see that? Let me see it, Nick. If you can pull up to show that reporter with the...
Can you see that? To that area.
Huh?
If you can scrub to that portion of the video.
Yeah. And
where was that?
Right there. See that building behind him right there?
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, I love that building. Remind me of the good old days.
That's Mississippi?
But it remind me of Alabama.
Yeah.
It looked like Alabama down there where I lived.
Those trees look like Alabama.
Those homes are amazing. That may be an office building though, but it's amazing. Amazing. So don't mess with Mississippi. Let what's her name? That spy Elaine
Wong
go down there with that mess. Crime Squad. Let me go to Jackie, a first-time caller out of Oklahoma. Jackie, you are on the air.
Hi, Jesse.
Hey, Jackie.
How you doing?
All is well.
I got a question for you today.
Okay.
I watch you every day, by the way, Jesse. I love you.
Amazing.
Am I evil for not being able to forgive my father?
100%.
And how do I go and forgive him, Jesse, when I don't understand the things that he has done to me as my childhood?
What did he do to you?
And how do I forgive him?
What did he do to you?
Well, he, not just me, but my brothers too, he physically and he sexually molested us. And I know where I live in Oklahoma, they cover for these child molesters and whatnot over here.
Was this
where
your
I'm
real
at.
father?
And it's like,
Is he your real
yes,
father?
Yes, sir, Jesse.
Oh, okay. And your question is, how do you forgive him?
Yes, I went to forgive him, Jesse, and he told me to. He raised me from the time I was 3 until I was 15, and I got out of there when I was 15, and I've been watching your show and stuff for the past 6 months, and I felt like that I needed to go forgive my father so that I can be a better person. You know what I mean? So I can get that off of me, get that evil off of me. And I went to forgive him, and he told me to get on down the road is what he told me. And I just had so much anger and so much, because he turned his back on me, Jesse, and I was going to forgive him, and he turned his back on me, Jesse. And I had just so much anger, and I wanted to do so many bad things, and I just got out of there.
And what did you say to him when you went to him?
I said, when I seen him, he has this table that was my grandma's, and I asked him, I said, Dad, can I have my table? And he told me no, that I wasn't going to get it. And I told him, I said, well, I come over here to forgive you too, but you know what? And because he told me get on down the road, and then I told him I was coming to forgive him for being a child molester and a child abuser, and he turned his back on me, and he told me to get the hell out of there.
And so
it was like, and I just had so much anger, and it was because he knows what he did.
So
just like I
how
know
old
what
are
he
you
did,
now?
Jesse.
How old are you now?
I'm 25.
Okay, so you didn't go there to forgive him. You didn't.
I did, Jesse.
Why?
I did.
Why? Let me ask this then. Why
But
did
I don't
you?
understand.
Why did you need to forgive him? Why did you want to forgive him?
Because I've been listening to you, Jesse, and I felt like maybe I should forgive him, but I can't forgive him because I don't understand why he did them things. And I know to forgive you have to understand, and I don't understand, Jesse, and I don't know how to do this.
Okay, here you go.
Because I know it's something that has been weighing on me, and I feel like I need to. Yeah.
Why don't you just
Jesse?
Hold on a minute, calm down because of time. Why don't you just drop your anger?
Well, I've taken anger management, Jesse.
Why don't you drop it?
It's so hard.
And what's hard about dropping anger?
Well, it's not hard to drop anger.
Why don't you drop it?
Okay.
No, that was a question.
Why don't I drop it?
Yes.
I don't know, Jesse.
Do you notice? Have you noticed that?
I was raised kind of. I don't know, but it's like.
Do you know that? Do you see that you're being controlled by anger? It makes you feel this way and that way. It makes you think.
I do, and I felt like maybe forgiving my father would help.
Hold on. It makes you think about the past and the future and all that, right?
Yes, sir.
And you don't want to do that. You don't want to remember the past. You don't want to be thinking about the future. You don't want to be angry, right?
No, I don't. I blame him for a lot of my problems.
But it's controlling you. It makes you do the things and feel the way that you feel, even though you don't want to feel that way. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Your father had the same problem. Something happened to him, and he hated it so much until he became attracted to what he hates, and it controls him, and it made him do the thing that you have accused him of doing. It wasn't him. It was the spirit of evil in him in the same way that it's controlling you, making you think and feel the way that you don't want to feel. Does that make sense?
Yes, Jesse, can I tell you something?
I know, but hold that thought for me. I want you to, because of time, I want you to understand this. Your father, yes, it was wrong what you said that he did, but it wasn't him. It was the spirit of evil, anger, emotions that took him over, and he couldn't help it. And knowing that you can't help yourself, well, you should understand that he couldn't help himself, and then forgive him. Stop hating him so that God can forgive you and take the spirit of anger away from you. That doesn't mean you got to hang out with him. You don't have to have lunch. You don't have to do anything, but don't hate him. Something else made him do what he did. It wasn't him.
I can do that.
Does that make sense?
I'm going to try that. Yeah, it does make sense, Jesse. I'm going to try it.
What makes sense about that? Tell me.
It makes a lot of sense, Jesse, because that's what I felt like I need to do. But I've forgiven his body.
Yeah, it wasn't him, but it's a spirit that's in him that made him do those things. Your father didn't wake up one day, and I don't know if it's true or not, and I'm not saying you're right or wrong about it, but your father didn't wake up one day and say, "Oh, let me go out and save my daughter." Something else was driving him. I promise you, it wasn't him.
Well, yeah.
He's angry, he's lost, and he believed those thoughts and emotions are his own, and he couldn't help it. And so when had you gone and forgiven him, it didn't matter whether he apologized or not, whether he
did apologize over text messages, and he told me he knew he was going to hell for the things that he's done to me.
See?
And I know my brothers come to me when I was 18 years old and told me that what was happening to me was happening to them too.
So
I tried to get help. I told my mom, and nobody.
I know.
They just left me in the home.
But I want you to clearly understand forgiveness is to admit that I'm wrong for hating anybody, for being angry at anyone. And so I'm feeling the pain of being angry. All the thoughts and the pain that I have is inside of me, and it's because I won't forgive. So I'm being ruled.
That is it, Jesse. That's exactly right.
Yeah, I'm being ruled by evil inside of me, and I'm looking outside and blaming other people for it when it's really inside of me. And so whether other people change or admit to anything doesn't even matter. I got to see that I'm wrong for being angry and judgmental and playing God so that I could be free. So you realize your father could not help himself. Something happened, and he's driven by the same spirit you're driven by. And so,
well, I know, Jesse, that I don't want to do them things that he did.
Right.
Them things happen to me, and that don't make me that way.
I know, but it makes you angry and evil.
It does, because I don't understand. I could not imagine doing that to my kids.
But you've done other things. You have no patience with your children. You're taking out your aggression on your children. You hate your children's father because you have no love.
Well, Jesse,
that makes sense.
I hate my children's father because he's gay.
No, you hate the children's father because you hate the children's father because you're evil. That's why you hate.
I feel like that's where I need to start, is forgiving my father. That way I can move on with my life. And I feel like that I'm failing because I know I need to put my father in Christ. Jesus, I need to put him first.
But you can't do that until you admit you're wrong for hating anyone for any reason. When you can admit, confess your sin. Confessing your sin means I am angry, I'm evil, I'm out of control, I'm wrong. And then when you can do that, everything will change. Then God will forgive you, and you and the Father, God, will become one. But it's not going to happen as long as you're serving the evil.
Amazing.
Amazing. Have you forgiven Have you forgiven your mother?
Yes, sir, Jesse.
You told her?
Yes, I told her.
Okay. So whether you're able to, maybe you can FaceTime with your father or not, but next time you talk to him, say, look, father, dad, whatever you call him, I'm wrong for judging you. Yes, that was wrong for what happened. I realize now you can help yourself, and I'm wrong for hating you for it. And God will forgive. Don't ask for forgiveness. God will forgive you because you are admitting that you're wrong, and now you're forgiving others.
Oh, Jesse.
And now you're forgiving others. Forgive me as I forgive others.
Forgive me as I forgive others.
Yep. That's the Lord's Prayer, remember?
What about eye for an eye, Jesse?
No, that's Satan. That's Satan way.
What the?
I know. Are you doing the silent prayer?
Yes, sir, Jesse.
Okay, stay with that, and then forgive your father. Yes,
sir.
And you don't have. Don't expect no chair. Don't expect anything from him. All your help will come from God when you forgive. All right.
All right, Jesse.
Let me know how it goes.
Yes, sir.
All right. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Let me go to first time call out of California, Kevin. Kevin, you are on the air.
Hey, good morning, Jesse. Up here in California, it's just before 8. So I'm a Christian man. I've always admired you and your Christian values. I have a little controversy in my life. I'm deeply involved with my church and my relationship with God. But something that some people at the church find a little controversial is I am in the industry of cannabis. I have licensed legal cannabis. And when I talk to people at church, some have the take like, well, it's legal now and that's okay. I do see some merit, some medicinal uses for it. I also know that some people could have a problem with it. But I think back to Jesus' first miracle, he did make wine. He did make wine at
He made wine for the party.
Well, I mean, was he responsible that nobody get drunk on it? So I wonder what you think about this. Go ahead.
I truly know, without a doubt, you got to live your life and do what's in front of you to do. And never, ever, ever again, as long as you walk the planet, never think about what other people think about what you're doing. Because those thoughts are with you. And you got to overcome that within yourself and simply live your life. And I wouldn't be at your church or anything. I wouldn't be bringing even up. If they ask, well, what do you do? And if you want to say, I'm a cannabis seller, you can, but you cannot, you're never going to have peace as long as you give one thought about what someone else is thinking.
I like your take on that. I agree. I agree very much. And although I don't touch or use the product, I cling to the scripture, that what might be a sin for one man might not be a sin for another man, depending on your belief. For example, if you believe, that
and you're not responsible for someone else's action anyway. That person, and only that person, is responsible for their own life. No one else is.
Simple. I think your answer is simple, and I agree with it.
All right. So, have you dropped your anger?
I do. I'm not saying 100% of the time, but I'm 6 years saved, and a lot has changed in my life.
And why haven't you dropped the anger completely?
Yes, I have. I'm confident to say that.
So you never get angry anymore?
Quick to forgive.
So you never get angry anymore?
No, I'm not going to say that. I've got a wife.
That'll do it.
But
does she obey you?
My anger. Go ahead.
Does she obey you?
She is a Christian woman. I'll leave it at that. And
so that means no.
Say again.
So that means no, she does not obey you because she's a Christian woman?
No. I would say she lets me. She lets me be the spiritual leader and the leader of the family. I could give an example. She's got her credit cards sitting in the drawer, and when the credit card bill comes, she's quick to show me that she brought them back to zero each month.
And so she does obey you?
Yes.
Right on. Well,
I could feel the awkwardness of saying that though, because I guess part of me is in the world where I could see how people would say, you don't say your wife obeys you. That gives Christians such a bad name. But I believe the biblical aspects of a woman and being submissive and following her man's lead. I guess I'm admitting I struggle with the word obey a little bit.
Why?
Probably from being
God
a kid.
said for the wife to obey your husband. Why do you feel uncomfortable with the word?
I'm sure it goes way back to childhood and a stepfather that used the word a little much to my not liking. Although I believe I was to obey my parents. Yeah, I'll admit it's just a little discomfort with that word and the wife, but I'm in agreement with it. Just like I said, probably caught up in the world a little too much to confidently say out loud on the air, yes, my wife obeys me.
Have you forgiven your mother?
Amen. Yes, I sure have. I know that's a topic you've been discussing, and I felt with the previous caller his pain. My mom stayed with a stepdad that was pretty aggressive, I'll say, and later when I turned about 18, they divorced. But when I was 9 and my brother was 14, we left her home to live with my biological dad.
Right on.
And she struggled with that, and she kept herself apart from us for a lot of years. But still loving, just dealt with a lot of guilt, and I let her know. And I still would. She's still alive, and I would still say to her, "Hey, Mom, I forgive you for all that." I don't think she needs to hear it anymore. She's heard it enough.
Don't say it anymore. So you went to her and said, "I'm sorry for resenting you for what you did to me"?
I really don't believe I ever did resent her, and I just let her know that it was all okay. And
so
and
you never resented your mother?
No, I did not.
She was
my
perfect.
Brother, I left at 9 years old. I was still kind of a soft kid.
Oh, you left your mother and went to your father at 9?
Yeah.
Did you forgive her for bringing a stepfather into your life?
Yeah, I did. And I believe she knows it too.
Did you forgive your mother for bringing a stepfather into your life?
Yeah, yes, I have. I don't know if I said it exactly like that.
So did you forgive your mother for bringing a stepfather into your life?
I know I have within my heart. I don't know if I've brought it up in those words exactly.
Have you brought it up in those words exactly?
No.
And why not?
Well, I used other words to let her know she was loved, and I understood, and it wasn't her fault.
What wasn't her fault?
That she married a man that took things a little far in the beating of kids category. I think I can understand a spank, and this guy took it a bit further.
But it was her fault. It wasn't nobody else's fault but hers.
Hey, if we're going deep, by all means, she divorced my dad while she was pregnant with me. Then she got with that other man who talked her into moving off to Minnesota.
Kevin, how will you be free if you don't go to your mother and forgive her? Mother, I was resenting you because you brought this other man into my life. You were this way or that way. I realized now you couldn't help yourself. I'm sorry for resenting you. God said, go and forgive. How will you ever be totally free if you don't go and forgive your mother?
Well, I know I have forgiven her.
But you didn't tell her.
Right there. Yeah, those words I think my brother, 5 years older than me, so he left at 14. I think he could really use that kind of advice as well.
Yeah, he caught all the hell from your mama.
Yeah, he certainly did, because he also knew my dad for 5 years when they divorced.
So tell me, Kevin, how will you ever have peace, and how can God forgive you if you don't go and face your mother and admit you resented her, and now you realize she couldn't help herself? You're sorry for resenting her. How will you be free? God said to go and forgive. How will you ever be free if you don't do that?
I'm in total agreement that he commands us to forgive others, or he won't forgive us.
So how will you be free then if you don't go and face your mother?
Well, I'm free through the grace of God. I feel free. I feel love for her,
But you don't feel love for her, but you haven't gone and forgiven her yet.
If you asked her, if she was here, and you asked her, has your son Kevin forgiven you? She would say, oh, yes, he has.
But I'll take your word at it. So you're saying, yes, you have gone to her and forgiven her, right?
I guess if I can't remember the day that I went and said, Mom, I forgive you for bringing another man into my life.
Yeah.
If I can't remember that day, then I'll venture to say those exact words didn't happen. But and maybe I could. Maybe I certainly don't think it would go wrong. I just I feel like we're living it, and we are at peace. I am. I would sure love any opportunity to bring more peace to my mother, though.
But you can't bring peace to your mother. You're not God.
No. Okay. Amen. Be a vessel.
You can't even bring peace to yourself. How can you bring it to anyone else?
You're right. It's all by God's grace and glory that any of this is here.
And most people don't even want peace. Most human beings want hell in their life. They want unhappiness. They want jealousy. They want fear. They want to be vicious and nasty and revengeful, and they want gossipy, and they want the. You can't, even God don't change that if they don't want to change. He leave them as they are. So you can't change somebody else.
It's a great point. It's a great point. I try to do the Lord's will and be respectful wherever I go. I go to a prison ministry, and a lot of what you just said is exactly what we are there to be a part of. Listening and loving on these prisoners, but not that we're there to change them, not that we're there to save them.
And so,
amen. God does all that.
Because of time, how will you be free if you don't go and face your mother and be honest with her? I've been resenting you. I'm old enough now to understand you can help yourself. I can't help myself. I'm married to a woman that won't even listen, and I understand. How will you be free if you don't go and forgive her? How will you become free?
I'll take that as some good advice, Jesse.
No, that was a question.
Okay, so how will I think anyone living in unforgiveness has put themselves in a prison.
But I'm asking you, how will you be free if you don't face your mother? And don't be saying, oh, mother, I love you. I want to forgive you, but I want you to know I love you. You don't love her. That's fear. You don't have love for her yet.
Well, I can't say I'm in total agreement with that, but
okay.
I know we don't know each other well.
So how will you be free though if you don't go and truly admit you were wrong for resenting her? You realize she couldn't help it.
Well, I think I feel free, so I don't feel entangled in unforgiveness.
Okay.
But
you know yourself better than I do, so I don't want you to do anything you don't see clearly for yourself. All right. If you feel that you're forgiven, if you know that you have forgiven her, then that's fine.
I hear you. Again, I'd do anything to make her feel better that I could, and to let her. No, you say.
Yeah, you should never do anything to try to make anyone feel anything. You're not responsible for another person's feeling.
I guess I could see signs that my mother hasn't accepted the forgiveness offered to her fully. She still lives in some guilt and shame about it.
Well, leave her in her hell. She want to be there. That's why she's still in it, because that's what she want. But you just make sure you have forgiven her and you move on, and don't try to make her feel better. Don't try to convince her to come out of her guilt. She want to be there. If she didn't want it, she'll overcome it. But most human beings want to be in their misery. That's why they're in it.
You know what? I think you're right on that, and there's evidence of what you just said.
Yeah, so don't be trying to comfort your mama. What the?
Well, I got a true love for her and a true forgiveness for her. So,
well, if you love her, you won't try to comfort her.
Well, I know I'm living in freedom.
Right on.
And I appreciate that you were asking that question, because that's absolutely the biggest goal we could have.
Yeah.
Is to have a good relationship with Christ and be living in that freedom and understanding that only He offers. So
that's right.
I understand your questions there, and I sure do thank you for taking my call. And
as far as the cannabis thing, or anything really, never take one thought about what someone else think about you. Don't even think about it, because that's inside of you, and you're not supposed to think about what others are thinking about you.
I'm going to cling to that. I won't entertain it. There's only a few people who have come out of the woodworks and brought up controversy about it.
Yeah.
But how I feel is God found me here in this industry, or I found God here in this industry.
Yeah.
And anytime I thought, man, do I need to run away from this industry? I feel God saying, no. You're going to be a light of me there in the industry. And I have had the blessing of filling 5 or 6 chairs at the church with guests or congregants that are from the industry. People come to me, and sometimes they know that I'm a Christian. And when they sometimes tell me, hey, I'm going through this or that, I say, hey, have you worked on your mind and your soul before you go to that doctor for some sleeping pills or whatever you think you're going to get?
Amazing.
And I invite them to church.
I'm going to have to run, Kevin, because of time, but you stay with it, all right?
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you very much.
All right. Take care, buddy.
All righty.
Bye.
All righty. Bye-bye.
888-7753. 773. 888-77 Jesse. Listen, folks. The worst thing, well, not the worst thing, but our number one worst thing is to think about what others think about you. And it's probably at the top of the list of being one of the worst things. And you're doing it because you really don't know who you are. And it's very vain. Anyone that put 1 second of thinking about what others think about them is a very vain, egotistical, wicked, evil person, separated from God. Whether you claim to be with God or not, atheist or flat earther, round earther, earther, if you put 1 second into that, you're a vain person. You're an evil person. Hake.
Yes.
James 4:11 says, do not speak evil of one another. Do not speak evil of one another. Brethren. Right? Brethren. Whatever. He who speaks evil of a brother and judges his brother speak evil of the law and judges the law. But if you judge the law, you are not a doer of the law, but a judger.
A judge.
A judge.
Judger is redundant.
Whatever. You're redundant.
Touche.
And what do you say about that?
I like it.
And why?
Because that's all I ever see from the snake pit, the people in the live chat and stuff like that, and others, and Christians on the internet. They're accusers. They go around accusing people.
They judge one another.
One another, yep, and the world, and
the brothers.
Yeah.
And so, what that scripture is saying?
That's saying that they don't realize that they're breaking the law. I mean, the scripture doesn't say they're breaking the law, but they're not doers of the law. They're acting like they're judged, playing God.
Okay. And what is...
Put it up again.
What is the law?
Don't speak evil of one another.
Yeah. So that's what that means?
I mean, it doesn't say you're playing God, but you judging the law sounds a little off to me. Like you shouldn't be judging the law. I mean, we can judge the worldly laws as bad laws, but this is judging like God's law.
And what is the law?
Well, Jesus said, and what verse is this? Is James, huh?
James 4:11.
At one time, I memorized the whole book of James, I think. But anyway, that's in the New Testament, and he's like the brother of Jesus or something.
Yeah.
And so Jesus said the law is summed up as love God and love your neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you say to that, expert anchor baby?
Yeah, I was just going to say how it's a good verse. It's a good verse because it's like so clear. It's saying that you don't get it. You don't get it if you're judging your brother, even if you say the words, because the law is love.
Amazing. And what is the law? You say the law is love?
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it's such an interesting verse because it's like written so long ago, but it's, happening now. And people get so intellectual and they want to say that if you call this out, if you want to speak on James 4:11, their response is, I'm just criticizing. I'm just being intellectual. Like it's no hate, but they don't see like their own heart.
And you know how we think evil? When you speak it, that means that you're fully believing your thoughts.
Of course. When you speak from the heart.
Yeah, you're speaking the devil.
Yeah. And the heart is wicked. In the good old days, this was literally known by men, that men don't judge. And that anytime a man would judge, he was considered to be a weak person, like a woman. It was women who were doing the judges, and men did not allow it to judge. Don't do that. They would tell you real fast, don't do that. And even when the women did it, they would correct the woman, but it was more of a woman thing than a man thing. I didn't know that men could get to the point where they're judging just like a woman. And they don't even know they're acting like a woman. They don't know they're judging like a woman. They don't know they have their mother's nature, and that is abnormal for to judge like that. And that normally the Bible says, and men would do, if they had a problem with one another, they would go to that person in private, and they would deal with it. They'll bring it up, they'll talk about it, work it out. And if that didn't work, they would take a witness to the brother, and they would really did talk about it in private. And then if it didn't work, they'll be done with it. They'll let the dust hit the feet. It used to be that way. It really was that way before America became what it is now, and they allowed the women to take over.
Yeah, it shake the dust off their feet. FYI.
What did I say?
Let the dust hit your feet.
That's still shaking it off.
Whatever. Okay. Yeah, I noticed that one gets an evil energy from that type of gossip and attack character attack type stuff.
Yeah. One other quick thing about that is that it says that if you judge, but if you judge the law, you're not a doer of it, right? And so, what is the law? I don't want to fight no more.
It's like I'm reminded of that gal who called your show distraught about not being able to understand or forgive her father.
Oh, yeah.
Who had, allegedly done her wrong. And she was hung up on that aspect of the law that he allegedly violated against her. But she was ignoring the rest of the law about not judging, about not forgiving, about being angry and hating her brother, who is her father, and her children and stuff like that.
And what I realized about the law that I didn't know before, and it's clear to me now, is that the law is God. God is the law. And so when you judge your brother, you're really judging God. Christ said that what you do to the least of them, you're doing it to me. And so people who judge themselves and others are judging God. And that's why they will never have peace. Because God is the law. He's everything. And so you're judging God. Isn't that amazing?
It is.
What do you think about that, Anchor Baby? God is the law. And Christ said, what you do to the least of them, you do it to me, because Christ knew that we are all the same. You just don't know that because you identify with a false self. Yeah, Anchor Baby?
So I was getting ready for the break.
Okay.
But amazing.
Oh, amazing. You're judging God when you judge yourself and others. Pearl Davids went out and asked the Christian women if they obey their husband. God said to the woman, obey your husband. And so Pearl went out and asked some of the ladies. Pearl David conducted a street interview outside of Watermark Community Church. That's in Dallas, Texas, I believe. Asking Christian women their thoughts on the biblical concept of whether wives should obey their husband. Watch this from YouTube at Just Pearly Things. YouTube at Just Pearly Things. Watch this.
Today, we are outside of Watermark Community Church asking Christian women the question, should Christian women obey their husbands? There's a lot of talk around this word, and we're going to count the women today if they say yes, no, or yes, but.
Okay, yes. Well, I don't know about the word obey, but they definitely are the head of the household. We are in we have a structure of, what's that word? Authority.
So what's your answer?
My answer is it all depends on the man. I believe that you have to be aligned with the Holy Spirit, with God, and because if a man obeys God by nature, he doesn't have to demand the woman to obey. It comes naturally.
I think it's a weirdly worded question because I don't think it's obey. It's like they're partners. So husband and wives are partners in marriage. And so when they make a covenant with one another in the same way that it's a representation of the Trinity, which is God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. And so the Son submitted to the Father. That's why he died on the cross for our sins. And so he submitted to him. But there's not a difference in like God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, because they're all the same. They're one. They're a triune God. So it's a representation of Jesus to God.
At church, they still don't want to obey their husband. And even, it didn't say the head of the house. It said the head of his wife. And they still take it away from the wife and just make it at the house. He's the head of the house. No, they're not. He's the head of his wife. The Bible clearly says, Ephesians 5:22-24, wives, submit to your own husbands. Your own husband. Wives, submit to your own husband as to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife. The husband is the head of the wife, not the house. The wife. As also Christ is the head of the church, the man is the church. And he is the Savior of the body. Therefore, just as the church is subject to Christ, the man subject to Christ, so let the wives be subject to their own husband in everything. And the Christian women work hard to get around that. They'll quote the Bible, they'll mention the Holy Spirit and all that. But they call it partner. What the? God never call your husband your partner. Or your wife your partner, guys. Anything about that, Hake?
Nice. Those ladies filibustering reminded me of Obama answering a question / not answering a question.
Yeah.
Getting so lost in words, talking about Jesus dying on the cross and stuff like that. Anything to get out of, weasel out of obeying the husband.
Simply saying, yes, my husband is my head. I obey my husband. Amazing, huh? What do you think of that, Anchor Baby?
Yeah, it's crazy. Women, like James was saying, try to weasel out of it. They really don't like men.
I said the other day that the attack on men is coming from every side, both sides. Christian, non-Christian, religious people, non-religious people, so-called educated people, everywhere. Man is the most hated thing on the planet because he represents God.
People are ladies and people and even kids, the way kids are taught too much.
Yeah.
It's too much talking, babe.
Too much talking, baby.
They're too sophisticated for their own good. They have to they're relying on the intellect to like qualify it rather than letting the spirit guide them in having like a spirit of obedience. Because the spirit's going to give you the common sense if the husband is going to lead you wrong, you're going to know to like submit to the husband but not do whatever bad thing the husband's asking you to do, say.
And they love to say that, well, it all depends on what my husband want me to do. And they know right. So they're going to only obey their husband if the husband doing what they think is right for him, that he should do.
Judging the husband, judging the law.
What a mess. Anchor Baby, how was your birthday yesterday?
Amazing.
Amazing. You had fun?
Big time.
Nice. I want to show you, and then I'll take your calls here, folks. I want to show you one other crazy, insane devil inside of this person. Demons are in, you're possessed. All human beings are possessed and don't know it. You can overcome the possession, but you are possessed. X. This is from X and Action News 5. So-called representative and Tennessee's 9th Congressional District candidate, Justin Pearson, who recently shouted at a state trooper at a GOP lawmaker, after GOP lawmaker passed a new congressional map out there in Tennessee. The guy appears to have gone insane. Watch this from X. So apparently this guy is running for Congress now. And we showed you yesterday a video of him attacking, yelling at, cursing out, appears to be cursing out a police officer there who had to throw them out because they were carried on after they lost the redistrict plan that they had wanted, the Democratic wanted there in Tennessee. And so this guy goes full black church preacher during a commencement speech, declared the Holy Spirit won't allow Republicans to win the redistricting right. The Holy Spirit. Redistricting fight. The Holy Spirit ain't gonna let the Republican win the redistricting fight. So how about if the Republican asked the Holy Spirit to help them too? So he asking the Holy Spirit, and they asking the Holy Spirit, who is the Holy Spirit gonna help? I want to go over to Mommy Africa and talk to first-time caller Abuyile. What the? Abuyile.
Yes, it's Abuyile.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All the way from Mommy Africa.
Yes, from South Africa.
Right on. You're on the air.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
So my question for you is about the silent prayer. So I've been doing it for about, I want to say, let's say 8 days. And I've been listening to your teachings about the silent prayer, and I decided to try it. And I wanted to ask, what is the right way of doing it? Because as I've been practicing it, I do sometimes get into my thoughts, and I kind of get lost, and I have to snap myself back to be able to pray again.
And how do you know when you're lost in thoughts?
I just feel I feel stuck again, because when you start the silent prayer, you just feel this relaxation or this peace, and there's no thoughts at all. I'm not thinking about anything, and then I start thinking about something, and I try to resist the thoughts, and then I'm like, let me just let it go. So it's kind of like that, kind of every day.
Oh, okay. Well, I want you to know when that happens, that's beautiful, it's perfect, and it is working, because when you're doing the silent prayer, and all of a sudden, when you first start out, you have everything, you're relaxing, you're letting go, and then all of a sudden, you become aware of all these thoughts, right? There's just so many thoughts in your head, and you can see that you're thinking them, that they're there, and that's the whole purpose, because most people don't know that they're lost in thoughts. They cannot see that they're lost in thoughts. And so when you're doing it and you find all these thoughts or a few thoughts or no thoughts, just be aware of them. Don't fight with them. Don't try to stop them. Do nothing about it. And then it's the awareness that you want so that you can stop thinking that it's you. And God it's the light of God that is causing you to see them. So when you can see them, whether there are thousands of them or a few of them or none, you just be aware. That's all you have to do. And you're being separated from them. Most people are lost in thoughts after thoughts after thoughts all day long and all night. And they don't know that they are not those thoughts. So you're fortunate to see that, and it's working. It's just fine.
All right, Mr. Jesse. Thank you.
That makes sense?
Yes, that does make sense a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, so don't fight with them. Just watch them. And let the light fight the darkness for you, and it will.
All right. And am I allowed to ask another question?
Yes.
So I've been watching your videos for about, I want to say, 5 months now, and it's been opening a lot up for me. And just the other week, I don't know if it was called the ego death, but I felt like my soul, like my body was being split apart. There was just a lot of inner turmoil that I was experiencing, and I also had just the realization that I have not forgiven my parents. And for me, just realizing that, and I've really been procrastinating it. And how am I supposed to start that process? Because I am 23 years old now, and I'm not living with my parents, but somehow I just can't forgive them. And it really is a weird thing.
Do you live near them?
Well, the thing is, I don't live with them. However, they are still financially supporting me.
And are you able to? So your question for me is, what's your question about that?
It's how am I supposed to forgive them? I'm still financially dependent on them, and I have no idea how they will react when I tell them that I forgive them for all that they've done.
Well, don't even think about how they're going to react. Don't even think about, well, if I forgive them, they might take away the finance or stop supporting me, because you're putting that before what is right. You're putting that before God. And what you don't know is that if you put what's right, put the love of God first. If you put the love of God first, let's say that they just say, well, we're not going to finance you anymore. You'll just be fine with that and go find a job or find a way to finance yourself, because you don't want to be relying on someone in that way where you can't even be yourself.
Yes, I understand. JP.
Because if they say, I'm going to take away your finance, what they're saying is that we have control over you. And if you don't do it my way, if you don't do what I say, we're going to cut out your finance. And in your whole life, you don't want anyone to control you like that. So don't be controlled by the outer world. Don't let anyone or anything control you by threatening to take something away from you. If they say, I'm going to take your money, okay, fine. You're going to be fine, because now you are returning to God, and God will help you. He'll make ways that you can't even imagine.
Thank you, Mr. Jesse. See, I hear what you're saying. I really do. But, it's my thoughts again. They're just trying to trick me and say, what are you going to do now? So,
yeah, but don't listen to the thought. They're not your own. Those are demons inside of your mind. They're in your body. They're in the mind, but they're not you. You, the real you, and this I promise you, the real you have nothing to do with any thoughts at all. They're in your mind, and the emotions are in your body, but they're not yours. You don't create thoughts. You don't come up with ideas about thoughts. They are in your mind. You got to stop listening to them and do what's in front of you to do. And the more you see that they're not yours, the freer you will become of thoughts, and you will just live without thinking. It'll be amazing.
All right.
And they don't want you to forgive. They don't want you to be aware that it's not you, because they live inside of you. And if you really see that you're not those thoughts, you have nothing to do with them at all, that they're demons, they're going to have to depart from you and find a home somewhere else. They will have to leave you, and they don't want to leave you. They want to live in human beings' mind and body so that they can have a place to live, but they're not you. And so do what you want, but I highly recommend you go and, Mother, I'm sorry for resenting you. Dad, I'm sorry for resenting you for not protecting me from her. And I understand now you guys done the best you could do. I'm wrong for holding it against you. But don't let the thoughts tell you, well, if you go, they're going to take away your finance. They're going to do this or that. You have a wait and see. See what happens. Always have a wait and see. Never assume how things are going to turn out.
All right. I'll take your word, Jesse.
Are you afraid to face them?
Not right now, but I feel like those thoughts might come back when I'm about to, but I guess I'll just have to just do it with all that fear inside.
Yes, and you're going to see the fear is trying to stop you from doing it, and the fear is not even real. And if you go and forgive them anyway, you're going to realize, I'm glad I didn't go with the fear. I'm glad I forgave. I'm free. And you're going to realize that the fear was not even real because the illusion of fear would disappear. It's not even real. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. Oh, her phone hung up. But just to go do it, your phone hung up. But just go and face them anyway, never mind the thoughts, all right? I wish you well. Your phone is disconnected, but go and do it if you can hear me. Amazing. Before I go to the phone back to the phone and super chats, I wanna know from you. Really, I want to hear from you if you can. What do you think about this father and this situation with his son? I just saw it this morning. My producer, of course, showed it to me. And I'm like, let me play it first before it's from Grok. This post shares a video of a white father publicly disciplined his son on a suburban street for calling a black child the N-word. Watch this from X.
But you cannot do that. And I don't know where you learned that word from or why you think it's such a trigger, but did we treat you like that when we came to our house? We allowed you, your feeling, we allowed you in. That's not okay. It's never okay to use that word under any circumstance. And we've given you no inkling to disrespect me or my son or my niece like that. And why are you telling an 8-year-old girl, fetch a ball like you're a boss, like you run something? The same ball that they stopped you on your bike and let you play with them with. And then you're going to have a nerve to come over here and talk about they jumped me? Don't put your head down. Look up. That's coward shit.
I don't know. But like I said, it started from up there. And like I said,
you owe every last person here an apology.
You don't owe me.
And the next time you lie to me,
I'm
beat your
when I got that phone call, I'm thinking it's men in front of the house.
You apologize to every person here.
I'm like,
period.
I get over.
Now,
like,
go.
Okay, what's going on?
And you be sincere about it.
Sir,
you know what's fixing to
to
happen.
me because I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna accept it.
If this lady had to get in her car to try.
Very interesting. What do y'all think about that kind of parenting? What do you think about that?
That's ridiculous.
What was ridiculous about it?
How they were treating the young man. He called the black kid the N-word?
That's what they said. I didn't hear him call, but they said it.
And they made that big of a scene about it.
And then they told...
So that's the father? That was a Hispanic-looking father, maybe?
Yeah, no, it looked like a white man.
I'm disclaiming him. I'm calling him Hispanic.
You look like white law. Your people do wrong sometimes, hey?
Never.
You think your people never do wrong?
He's a different
You
kind of
always
white.
point out what white people do. I mean, black people do. But your people never do wrong.
The kid did no wrong. They should apologize to the kid for being offended.
The father was saying, and here you over there telling her to fetch the ball. What's wrong with that? What's a fetch the ball? What's bad about that?
That's like, hey, slave girl, because he's telling the little girl to go fetch the ball for him, like a dog or a little slave girl. In the father's imagination, I guess.
What state are they in? City? Because that may be the way country people speak.
True. Indeed. Or, you tell the dog to go fetch. So the kids just being like a mildly bad kid, and then they're being really bad to him. And a forced apology like that, how are you going to be sincere? Be sincere about it.
I know. And then apparently, it sounded like the father said the boy came back home, said that they had jumped him or tried to jump him. And
So
he
the
like,
boy
so
said
you
they-
going to come here and say that they're jumping you?
Dumped.
I thought he said jumping him.
Oh, I heard dumped, but maybe it was jumped.
And he used that word, the N word, and fetched the ball and all that. No wonder they jumped him. It sounded like. But when I saw this video, I thought, and people wonder why the children become angry and start acting out like the adult. What kind of father talked to his son or daughter like that in your face and cursing at him? That's a black thing. That's not a white father personality, is it?
That is it is a lower class white.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, he's black-esque.
But I always hear nowadays, because this wasn't even like this when I was growing up, but I always
He
hear
does
the
look
black
white.
mothers and black fathers cursing out their children, cursing at them in their face, cursing at them.
Yeah.
I don't hear white people doing that.
It looks and sounds so performative, like the father's putting on a performance for the black family.
He was, that's for sure.
Poor kid, poor little boy. He's gonna be like you said, angry. He already is.
No, he already is.
And that did not help.
And then the boy gonna act up. If all this is true, and allegedly, and if this boy should start acting up in school, they're gonna blame everybody but the parents. And then they're gonna give him pills to dumb him down, and they're gonna say you got post-stress traumatic syndrome and all that mess, and they're gonna give him pills. They're not gonna tell the parent, well, they'll become like you. How do you think kids should act if this is the way you treat them? And what a letdown that your father would do you like that in front of some other people, whether they're black or white or whatever. Your father going to talk down to you like that, cuss you out, get in your face. How that must feel knowing that your father's doing that. That's not even the mother doing it. It's the father acting like the mother. What a mess. Derek, my producer, saying that boy won't ever trust his father again. That's for sure. He's going to hate his father, and as a result, hating God. And speaking of mama, Lord have mercy. This is the worst mama ever. I don't understand how the Carrie Bass, even when she used to be the state representative, and then become mayor, there's nothing about Karen Bass, this black female, that says that she's even mentally able to run a city. There's nothing about her at all. Even when I debated her, she was a state representative, she was slowed in when I debated her. And I was stunned that Los Angeles would think that she would be fit to be a mayor of a city. And she's been such a letdown. For those voters, I was never surprised. And Carol Bassett wanted to just play mama to the poor, to the homeless. That's all she's done. And things haven't gotten better with the homeless. They're everywhere still. X is reporting. This is from X and Washington Examiner. In May of 2026, so-called LA Mayor Carol Bassett highlighted the need for comprehensive health care. Whenever they say comprehensive health care, that means that you just hired someone that's not going to do anything. They're not going to make your city, your state, or your country any better, because comprehensive means they're not going to do anything. They're just going to take your money and waste it on silly stuff. Comprehensive health care for the homeless population. She called it housing, unhousing. Try to dress it up. Watch this from Jesse Waters and Fox News.
How many people who are unhoused that you meet have no teeth at all? They don't have teeth. Why? Because meth rots your teeth. You can't succeed without teeth. So there needs to be comprehensive health care provided to people.
Free cosmetic dentistry for homeless meth heads? And you can't give the money directly to the dentist. No. Karen's funneling the money through a nonprofit, obviously. It's called Homeless Not Toothless.
Amazing, huh? That's why they come up with these comprehensive health care or whatever plan, because they build organizations and they take that money and it never helps the people. Never. I remember when I first started doing radio and TV, and the so-called civil rights leaders asking for all this money for the blacks. Oh, we need to help the blacks. And I'm like, all this money coming in, and the blacks not even getting better because they were not getting the money. Not that the money itself was going to make them better, but they were using the blacks for the money, to get money. That's what they do with the homeless people. If you were in L.A., homeless people are still everywhere. And then they say they built these buildings for the homeless people, and a lot of the homeless people don't even want to stay in them. They'd still rather go outside and live. And if they should live in them, they destroy the apartments. But she is being mama all the way. People they don't need no teeth. They don't need teeth. At first they were giving the drug addict free needles. You guys are drug addicts, we're going to help you. Comprehensive needle plans. And they built organizations that's supposed to be getting the money to give to the homeless for needles. And the homeless situation got worse. Same thing with the teeth thing. Everything they give you destroys you. You become a drug addict, they say, oh, we got to house you. And you get worse. And then they say, we're going to give you needles. And you get worse. Now teeth, because if they had not given you the needle to use the methamphetamines, you may still have your teeth. The government is not your friend. It is your enemy in the same way that religion is your enemy. Religion is not your friend, and the government is not your friend. Anyone who tries to control you or live your life for you is your enemy. And then if you're a working class person, you got to pay for, get your teeth fixed yourself. And you're not even using drugs. How about leaving my money alone, let me take care of my own teeth and start taking my money, giving it to organizations that put a little bit out there and keep the rest for themselves. Some of you know that there is a mayoral race in California right now, Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, they're trying to get a new person. It's time to elect a new person for mayor. And this new guy just popped up out of nowhere. And he is on fire right now. I don't know how the election is going to turn out, but a lot of times when the people have suffered so much, as they have done in L.A. and California, the Spirit of Truth tends to send somebody along out of nowhere. And it's not like someone that's been in government and all that, but out of nowhere. Remember how Trump came about? And the new person is like crying in the wilderness, hey, wake up. I'm going to point you back to the source. I'm going to get in here and I'm going to do something about this mess. I understand it. And some of you may have heard of this guy, but he's on fire right now. Karen Bass, which is, I still don't understand why. There's zero about Karen Bass that says that she's capable of running a slave kitchen. Not to mention a city. Karen can't even be the slave kitchen order person. She's trying to act like burglary are down, crime gone down. Not on the local news, they ain't gone down. But she'll say anything right now because she wants to stay in there so she can help the unhoused, calling home of the people unhoused. Fox 11. Karen Bass report that burglaries have decreased more than 30% this year compared to last. Watch this from Fox 11.
Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass says burglaries are down by more than 30% this year over last. Bass and the LAPD say targeted efforts are responsible for the improvement, including more than 100 arrests made in April. Just last week, a suspect linked to 25 residential burglaries was taken into custody. Police say that suspect is linked to a South American crime crew. Bass says while the data is encouraging, the priority is ensuring all residents feel safe in their neighborhoods.
Oh, you want to feel safe. Not about reality, but you just want to feel safe. Every day on the local news here, up in Beverly Hills, out in the Valley, up in Studio City, and places like that, houses are being broken into every day, back to back in some cases. And then in some cases, according to the news report, the people are home. And Karen Bass want to act like all is well. And the police show up late. Every time the police show up, the criminal's gone. It's like they're hiding around the corner until the criminal leaves, and then they show up. And they claim they caught one. That's a 1 out of 1,000. But Karen Bass just want to make sure you feel good. And they tell you, oh, you got to put more lights around your homes. You got to get bodyguards, security guards. You got to do this. How about bring the police back and bring back bail bonds? Here is Spencer Pratt, the guy that came out of nowhere on fire, taking names and kicking what, Hake?
Rears.
Hate shaking his head because he's a Christian. Fox 11, Spencer Pratt shared an AI-generated attack ad targeting Bass. Watch this from Fox 11.
Spencer Pratt himself shared a new Bass attack ad today using artificial intelligence.
I've addressed the homeless problem. Now, most of them won't stab you as long as you don't make eye contact. Almost none of the needles in children's playgrounds have AIDS on them. If you like the last 4 years, you're going to love the next 4. Vote Bass.
Pratt claims both Mayor Bass and Nithya Raman are working to sideline him as he surges in the polls. Mail-in ballots are already out ahead of the primary on June 2nd.
I skipped 15B. Fox 11, the mayoral race has seen an escalation in attack ads. One ad founded by the LA County Federation of Labor targeting Spencer Pratt. Watch this. My bad.
New tonight, new attack ads in the LA mayoral race are raising some eyebrows tonight.
Republican Spencer Pratt is the last thing Los Angeles needs for mayor. Pratt opposes using taxpayer money to build brand new houses for our unhoused neighbors.
Funded by the LA County Federation of Labor, this ad criticizes mayoral candidate Spencer Pratt's plans to boost police, cut local union power, and reduce homeless housing projects. But rival LA council member Nithya Raman tells the LA Times it's a, quote, cynical attempt to help Pratt appeal to conservatives and face Mayor Karen Bass in the November runoff.
Man, so you see how beautiful that is, right? And as a result of that, Spencer Pratt shared his own AI attack ad against Bass. Watch this again.
Spencer Pratt himself shared a new Bass attack ad today using artificial intelligence.
I've addressed the homeless problem. Now, most of them won't stab you as long as you don't make eye contact.
No, you don't look at them.
Almost none of the needles in children's playgrounds have AIDS on them. If you like the last 4 years, you're going to love the next 4. Vote Bass. I'm Karen.
Pratt claims both Mayor Bass and Nithya Raman are working to sideline him as he surges in the polls. Mail-in ballots are already out ahead of the primary on June 2nd.
Amazing, huh? You put these people in charge of your community, your city, your state, your country. This is what you're going to get. This is what you're going to get. Can I say hello, South Africa? Mommy Africa? Can I say hello to the UK? Can I say hello to America? Goodbye, America. It's over. It's too far down the road. Now, I am not endorsing Pratt yet or for or against, but I do notice, I have noticed he's on fire. And he's one white man. He is white, right? He appears to be white.
Yeah.
And he is not afraid. I ain't afraid of no blacks. He is on fire. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. First time caller, Ruben out of Oregon. Ruben,
Hi, Jesse.
you are on the air.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Jesse?
All is well, sir.
Thank you for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I just a quick question. I recently quit my full-time job and kept my part-time job as a janitor. I work at a church, and I left my full-time job to pursue my landscaping business, and been feeling kind of guilty about it, just because of the steady income that I had. And my question for you is, did I make the right choice?
So you had a full-time job and a part-time job, and then
yes, sir.
And now you want to start your own business, so you quit the full-time job and you still have the part-time job?
Yes, sir.
Why are you doubting that?
I guess it's my family is kind of giving me a little bit of a hard time, especially my mom, asking me why I would kind of take a chance and start my own business. If I might not be successful at it.
Might not.
And yeah, I just I feel like I'm doing pretty well.
And
with my part-time job.
So she's saying you might not be successful?
Yeah.
And what else?
She's just basically telling me that I made a big mistake by leaving my full-time job to pursue my landscaping business.
How old are you?
And, 35.
What? Why don't you?
No, complete beta.
What a beta! Why don't you Why don't you give your mama the finger and go live your life? Why not?
Yeah, that's actually what I really want to do.
But why? The question is, why have you given her the finger? You're 30-something years old. When will you forget about your mother and go live your own life? Why haven't you given her the finger and go live your own life?
I guess she's just kind of guilt tripping me, making me feel like I'm a bad son for leaving my full-time job.
But why haven't you given her the finger? How old are you again?
I'm 35, Jesse.
Wow!
I know, yeah, man.
Why haven't you given her the finger?
I have not. I have not given her the finger yet.
Why not?
I think I pretty
You're
much.
35 years old. When do you plan to give her the finger?
Right now. Right now.
Why haven't you done it?
I feel bad because she's old. And
What that had to do with you? An old hag trying to stop you back, keep you back.
Yeah, you're right. I just
Why haven't you given her the finger?
I haven't got a chance to talk to her yet.
But you had to be talking. She's telling you about your business. How is she able to tell you that you should have quit your job and all that if you have not talked to her?
Yeah, well, I let her know that I was planning on leaving my job, and I actually already did. I resigned, but I haven't told her yet.
Well, why did you need to even let her know you were doing this?
I guess it's because I'm probably gonna sound like a total beta, but I'm an only child, and I think I'm in constant communication with her.
Why? Just because you're only child, she still doesn't own you.
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with like she's my babysitter and stuff like that. She takes care of my kids while I go to work, and so she kind of feels like maybe I'm a lowlife. She kind of told me that for leaving my full-time job and pursuing my
She
my
called you a
business.
lowlife?
Yeah.
Your mother called you a lowlife, and you still did not give her the finger.
Still have not given her the finger, no. But I'm still working. Like my little business is kind of thriving, and so I feel like I'm doing pretty well. I'm still bringing in that income.
Are you married?
I'm not married.
How many children do you have?
I have one son. He's 12 years old.
Are you raising your son?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have the child?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Why don't you find another babysitter if you got to lick boots to have her to babysit? Why not find another babysitter?
Yeah. That's definitely what I've been thinking about.
That was a question.
Why haven't I?
Yeah.
I guess it's because she's been raising my kids pretty much.
But why would you let the person that
son.
screw you up raise your kid? She's going to screw your kid up.
Yeah.
She calling you a lowlife. She's calling you these names. Why would you trust her with your children?
Yeah, I don't really trust her too much.
But why would you? Why do you? Ruben, what's wrong with you?
I'm just undecisive. I guess part of me feels like I made the wrong choice.
Because you listen to the devil in your mind and in your mama.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I feel like I know that deep down. Like starting my own business, I feel like it's pretty honorable. You know, I'm starting from scratch. I bought my own equipment, and I'm out here doing jobs on my own. And
do you live with your mother?
No. Thank God I don't.
So have you forgiven her for what she done to you?
Well, I've been listening to your show for quite some time now, and I've told her that I forgive her because I guess I was always kind of like a mama's boy. I had a curfew till I was like 19.
What?
Yeah, she
What?
wouldn't let me like go out and stuff like that, and
What an evil woman.
yeah. But my dad, I could say he's a really good man. He puts up with her.
He lived with her?
Yeah,
So your father is still with your mother?
yeah, he's still with her.
Why do you say he's a good man?
Because he always would try to like protect me from her, and like tell her like, hey, you're being too strict with him. You shouldn't treat him this way. You shouldn't talk to him this way. You should just let him live his life. And she always seems to have an opinion about my life, and always has some sort of input. And he's always the one that kind of holds her back and tells her not to respect me as a man, and it's time for her to kind of back off,
But now that you're 35, Ruben, it's time for you to give her the finger and start living your life. Do what you want, Ruben, but here's what I recommend. But you make the final decision. It's your life. I would find me another babysitter for my child, and I would just give her the finger. Forget about her. Don't resent her. Drop the anger. Don't resent her, and go live your life. And get a babysitter, live your life, and don't let her know what you're doing at all. You don't need to let her know, especially if she's trying to stop you from living your own life. And you need to go live your life. Get a business if that's what you want, and don't worry about if it's going to work or not. Have a wait and see, and just live your life. But you gotta, you're like, she's stunting your growth. You're 35 years old. You sound like a kid.
Yeah, I guess.
And your mother do not love you. She hates you, and she loves the control that she has over you, and she hates your father. And she's going to destroy your son.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I agree with you.
But yet you're letting that happen.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be like find a respectful way to let her know that I don't need her opinion. Like I don't need her to have an input.
What do you mean by the respectful way?
Just like not being rude about it, like saying like, hey, get out of my life. I don't want nothing to do with you. But that's actually what I really want to tell her.
Why don't you tell her that's respectful? Why don't you tell her that?
Yeah.
What would happen if you told her that?
I think everything would be fine.
So why don't you do it? That's not. It's disrespectful not to be straight up with her and just don't resent her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Absolutely. I'm definitely gonna let her know that I'm pursuing my own dreams.
Don't even say that to her. Hey, Ruben, stop it.
Yeah. Okay.
You're 35 years old. Go and find yourself a babysitter, and that you can, have someone watch over your son for you, and do your own thing, and forget about her. Just don't resent her, and go live your life. You don't owe her any explanation about anything. As long as you say you got and forgiven her, right?
Yeah.
When you went and forgave her, what did you say to her?
I told her I forgive you for the way that you were with me when I was a kid. You were always hot and cold. One minute you would tell me that you loved me, the next minute you would be screaming at me. She used to like hit me and stuff like that.
Wow.
And I told her that I forgive her for being like that, for telling me that she loved me and then turning around and showing me that she didn't. And
what she say?
She told me that I'm crazy, that that's not true, that she's the only person in this world that actually loves me.
Yeah, right. If she love you, I don't want to see what hate look like.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's I don't believe her. I know that she doesn't really have love in her.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah, so my father, he's I can say he's a loving father. I've never gotten like a hug from him, but he's kind of like an old school guy. You know, never tells me that he loves me, stuff like that.
Well, let me just say this to you, Ruben, because of time.
Yes,
I
sir.
highly recommend you be done with her.
Okay.
You don't have to tell her your plans. You don't have to tell her what you're doing at all. Go and find yourself a babysitter and bring your child to the babysitter and live your life. If you want to run your business. Have your part-time job. You're 35 now. You are responsible for your life and no one else is. But you got to stop, be done with her. Give her the finger. Don't explain anything to her. Just be done with her. Block her from your phone and everything.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's good advice. Yeah, that's thank you for the confirmation. I just
Hold on, Laura, Ruben. Hold on, Ruben. Let me take a break. Let me go quickly back to Ruben dealing with his mama at 35. Ruben, are you afraid of your mother?
Not really afraid of her. I just I guess her opinion of me.
Well,
I wish she would respect me more.
Why?
Well, yeah, I wish I had a mom that respected me and stuff, but
Why? Mothers don't respect their children. No mother
Yeah.
respect their children. So
Yeah,
why do you wish for that?
well, I guess I wish she was like a loving mother, but she
That's not possible.
doesn't have it in her.
Right. No mother are loving mothers. Zero.
Yeah, I realized that it's unfortunate that her and I can't have like a good relationship.
But why do you even want that? You're not responding to me about that. Why do you care or want that from her? You're a grown man. You don't need that. And plus, she's never had that to give. She doesn't even respect your father. Why do you want that as an adult man?
I guess 'cause she's old and I guess I know like her time is short. Her time is coming perhaps, and I just wanted us to kind of have a good relationship, so I can kind of have a peace of mind that I did everything possible to make her proud.
You're never going. That's never going to happen. You can never make anyone proud, and you should not want that. You got to live your life and not try to make anyone proud or not proud. People are evil. They don't care about you. Your own family members don't care about you. You have to love what's right with all your heart and soul and might, and love and don't hate them, which is love, and you'll be fine. Your mother did not have love to give. You're wanting for something that she don't have, and unless you forgive, she's never going to have. And what you should stop wanting to be proud or prove anything or anything. Just simply live your life, loving what's right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to pursue my business and like you say, have a wait and see attitude and see if I'm blessed and God blesses my business.
But stop telling your mother about your business and what you're doing, or don't tell her anything about your life.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do.
Is that hard to do?
No, it's not hard to do. I can be pretty firm and say what's on my mind. That's not hard to do at all.
And if she asks about it, because she's going to be nosy, And if you stop telling her, how's your little business? Just tell her none of her business.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Can you say that to her?
I can. Yeah.
Yeah. It's none of your business. And just
I
stop
can, yeah.
telling her anything about your life, period. And when you find your babysitter, just keep your son with the babysitter, and just don't resent her. And if she get old and die that way, that's on her. It had nothing to do with you.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the life she wanted. Human beings have the life that they want, and you and I and no one has a right to tell them how they ought to be, what they should be, or prove anything. You don't have a right to do that. Leave people in their hell, and you live your life.
Yes, sir.
That makes sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. Thank you, Jesse.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
I do it once in a while. I don't do it every day, but
Are you doing the silent prayer?
Yes.
But you're not doing it every day, you say?
Not every day, but
So you're not doing it.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, no,
why you not putting that first?
Probably because I have a lot of things on my mind. As soon as I wake up, I got all of these things on my mind.
And that's the problem. If you did
yeah.
the silent prayer, those things would not be on your mind.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've experienced wonderful things when I do the silent prayer.
Of course.
Things that perhaps are even supernatural. Like I've done the silent prayer with my eyes open, and when I'm working.
Right on.
I've experienced peace. I've experienced another level of just peace in my heart that I can't explain. But I've been able to experience that because of your videos. You have a video that teaches you how to do the silent prayer, and I've been trying to master it and just really become one with the silent prayer.
Well, if you do that, you're in the light with God, and that's why miracles happen, because you and the Father, the light, the truth, are one, and the truth lead your life. But if you don't do it, you're back into the darkness of your mind, the imagination, and Satan is leading your life right into hell.
Yes, sir.
So don't let the devil talk you out of it by telling you, oh, you don't have time. You got a lot on your mind. You got to run here. You got to run there. Don't fall for that. He doesn't want you to do it because he doesn't want to leave your body, your mind. He would rather you hoop and holler and pray to Jesus, pray to Mary, pray to Allah, rather than being still and letting the light guide you. Because he have to leave when you're in the light.
Yes.
So go back to the silent. I recommend you go back to the silent prayer. Forgive your mother and move on with your life. Stop being leave her to her misery, but don't be a part of her misery.
Okay.
You don't owe her anything. Just don't resent her.
Yeah.
And if she die, let her die in her hell. That's what she want.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I can't change her.
And don't even try. And just because you're an only child, you still don't owe her anything. She was supposed to take care of you. She was the parents. She was not doing you a favor.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm her son.
You're no longer her son. You're a grown man now.
Okay.
You're not her son.
Okay, Jesse.
That makes sense?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it does. Yeah. I'm a grown man.
You're a grown adult. Start living like it.
Okay. I will.
My mama don't like you, and she likes everyone.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, man. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you for your advice, man. I love you, man. Thank you.
You too, and stay with it. And again, leave your mother alone. Get away from the devil in your mind and in her. All right? Stop telling.
Yes,
don't want respect or anything from her or anyone, really. Just live your life. Do your life.
Yeah.
Let me know how it goes, Ruben.
All right, Jesse. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, buddy.
I really appreciate it, man. Love you.
Love
Take
you
care.
too. All right now. My mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. And if you think, what now? Greg is out of New York. Greg, you are on the air.
Hey, morning, Jesse.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, so I just wanted to call and tell you what's been going on. I had already called him multiple times, and then I went to service one time, or the meeting with you, and you told me that if I ever had children, I'd pass on love. And I also, of course, watch your show. I don't live in California. I'm from New York. And anyways, I'm back in New York now, and I took Hake advice, and I gotta listen to what you said. Yeah, right. But anyways, all Hake said is he said, if you see a girl, go up to her and talk to her. That was the advice I took, that I wanted to talk to. So I met this girl. I went up to her and talked to her, and this is kind of like the first. It's been like a couple weeks now, and this is kind of like one of the, if not the first relationship I've ever been in, and it's going beyond my wildest imagination, like positive in my view. So I just wanted to know if you had any advice for me, or things I should look out for, or what do you think? Right now, I've been just doing what I see to do, and it's all been working out great. Like, dare I say, perfectly. So.
And Hake, what kind of advice you give him now, Hake?
Don't be judging it as good necessarily. I disclaim this. I don't remember saying that. I recognize your I recognize your voice and your way of speaking, but I don't remember saying that. I'm not saying I didn't say it or anything.
Somebody asked you how to talk to women, and you said if you see a girl that you want to talk to, go up and talk to
her. What's funny is I remember hearing a guy say the opposite, not to talk to her, even if you kind of want to, because it's ego. I don't say you should do either way. I don't think you should have rules.
You said, good thing I listened to you.
That's what you said. Oh man. I just put him in a hot water. Now all men turn into.
No.
Can I just say this?
It's going good.
All men turn into simps once they get with a girl. They talk all big. They're alpha.
But you told him to go and talk to her.
My bad, Greg. My bad, Greg. Don't blame me.
Hey, Greg.
No, I'm not going to blame you. Yes, sir.
Is she older or younger?
Jesse, everything's good. She's younger. You're just going to ask the question. It's going to be good.
And you said that right now everything's going fine, right?
Yeah. And I'm a business owner. I'm very busy, so I can't stay on the phone. But yeah, everything's going fine.
Oh, okay. And so, what's your concern?
I have no concerns.
Oh, okay.
And I've told people this, and they tell me, Greg, you shouldn't be suspicious or anything just because you have no concerns.
Well, here's what I recommend. Don't be so excited because it's going to change. That good feeling you have right now is going to disappear because good feelings are fake. They're all ego, they're vanity, and they don't last. And so just know that's going to change. And you be yourself. Don't change yourself for her at all. You be you and take it one day at a time. And don't spend your money on her. Don't treat her special. Don't try to please her. But you be you and just treat her the way you would treat anyone. And see what happens.
Okay. What I've learned so far is there will be days where I have that good feeling or whatever you just said, and I do the silent prayer, so I'm able to see, wow, what is this? This is not me. This is crazy. And then there's those moments where she'll talk to me, and it'll be like a miscommunication.
Yeah.
Where and then I'll have the opposite feeling, the not good feeling, or whatever it is. I'm not going to call it something, but I'll recognize that in myself too. And I see that false up and down that's trying to come through me and stuff like
Right
that.
on.
And I'm just learning so much, and I just want to thank you because it's beyond like anything I could ever imagine. Like, it doesn't make sense how this is all happening because I've never had a relationship, and this one just came out of nowhere. I went to my friend's house, and his fiance was there, and her best friend was there, and that's who it is. And
Right on.
it just out of nowhere, no trying at all, just like you said. It's I don't know.
Well,
all a lot.
We're right on. And just taking one day at a time, have no expectation, and you be you. Don't make her your God at all. And whatever happens, if it's meant to last, it will naturally. If it doesn't last, then you'll still be fine. People come in and out of your life, and you won't be moved by it. But if you change yourself by trying to please her or put her like a god, you're headed for trouble. As long as you don't do that, you'll be fine.
All right, thank you, and thank you, Hake, again. I'll talk to you later.
All right, buddy. Let me know how it goes, but you stay with the silent prayer, and you stay present and let life happen the way you're doing, all right?
Yes, sir.
But I wish you well.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Amazing. It's going to get worse because you have been told anger is good. And in some cases, the Christians have been told Jesus was angry. But no. Anger is evil, and there's no love in it. You got to foster this emotion, which you call love. That's not love, that's hate. And then you hate. First you love me, then you hate me, then you hate me, then you love me, then you fight. Because that's not love. Anyone that has anger and do not let it go, you are a son or a daughter of evil. Your father is Satan. Drop the anger, operate for love, and see what happens to you. And the world gone crazy, meaning people gone crazy. I want to, and I've said over and 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 over again, it's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. But you, if you stop being you, you will have a perfect life. In spite of the things that's going on around you, you will be in the world, but not of it. And you can't make that happen on yourself, so don't try. Don't try. But it can be done, and you will have perfect peace. While the world around you, people around you going crazy, your family members and everything. It's up to you. Can we say black fatigue? You've heard of black fatigue, right? Everybody and their mama, if you're white, everybody and their mama, if you're black, have black fatigue. They're just tired of it. They're just sick of it. Grok, I want to show you black fatigue. Grok, a 40-second video of a shirtless man running chaotically near a bank, confronting a civilian in an orange shirt, then resisting multiple police officers before being tackled and subdued on the street. These police officers are dealing with this guy like they're like social workers or something. Watch this from X. Oh! He just knocked a woman out, according to the video. A person out. A man, I think.
Hey, what's your problem? What's your problem? What's your problem?
Look at the police like social worker. That woman walking behind, I don't blame her.
Ooh, ooh, get him, get him.
Black fatigue, better known as black excellence. And it's going to get worse. You go on and hold on to anger if you want, resentment, judgment, and see what happens to you. And white people, one other one before I go to your phone call. You thought that was bad, and it is. I want you to watch. Now, I don't know if this stuff is real or not, but it's interesting. Because they do all kinds of stuff on video now on YouTube. This little child appears to be disturbed about being white at this age. A little child, a little white baby. He hasn't even had a chance to experience White History Month yet. He's not celebrated White History Month. It may be too late for him. He already hates his color. And White History Month is coming up in July because July just feels white. And we're celebrating 9 years of White History Month. If the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. But this little kid appears to have already been turned away from his whiteness. I don't know how that happened to a kid. X is reported. A disturbing video shows young white child distraught over being white. He's like, this is white hair. He wants some black hair. What the? Watch this from X.
This is white people hair.
What does that mean?
It means that this hair is white.
You are a white person.
I'm not supposed to be white. We're supposed to be black and we're black.
Where is he getting that from? School? Or where? His soul has already been or is being destroyed. That was so nice, meaning bad, that I want to play it twice. This boy appears to be just out angry about being white, and his hair is supposed to be black. We're supposed to be black, according to the video. Watch this from X.
This is white people hair.
What does that mean?
It means that this hair is white.
You are a white person.
I'm not supposed to be white. We're supposed to be black and we're black.
Will he grow up to become a skinhead? This is what's happening in my country if this is real. If this is real, now do you believe me when I tell you my country is gone? White people giving up their own country. Just think about that. Maybe he got good hair. He got white hair, good hair. He want black nappy hair. Go figure. White men found it and created the greatest country on the planet. And they made a horrible mistake by allowing other people to come in, and this is what you're getting. Your child, if this is true, is being told, a little kid who never even think about color, that he's supposed to be black. He got white hair. Isn't that child abuse? Teaching a kid to hate himself or herself? Oh, it's okay to treat white kids like that. But if a white person had told a black kid, you're supposed to be white, your hair is nappy, you're supposed to have white hair and not this black hair, what do you think would be happening right now? Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.